Yo, what is going on, guys? I am finally getting around to playing with Regi's and Gift Energy. This card was unable to be played on PTCGO for months, until probably about a month ago. It finally became legal for play on PTCGO, so now you can finally play it in Regi's. This deck utilizes this energy to its maximum potential, essentially. It's a fantastic card in this deck, and it actually really skyrockets the power of this deck. I'd say up another tier or so. The card is really solid. So, Regi's has been a deck that's been around for a while, and so, I mean, if you guys have been playing the Pokemon TCG over the past couple months, since its release, I mean, everyone thought this deck was a total meme, and then it ended up topping a lot of tournaments and doing extremely well and having a lot of representation. So, this list is pretty similar to a lot of lists that you see running around, with a few small changes. Now, when it comes to Pokemon, I'm playing 2 of everything. There's been a decrease in usage of the Lost City. I haven't seen that stadium as much, so I'm only playing 2 of all my Regis. If you do see more play, if it does see more play, you can definitely up your counts of your more important Regis. I am also only playing 2 of the Regieleki from Evolving Skies. I do not like the other Regieleki. Yes, it has more HP. Yes, it might be good in the Lost Box matchup, but I can't tell you how many times I lead it or draw into it when I need the other one to attack, and I just lose or fall behind because I have the wrong Regieleki. And there are ways to get around the Lost Box matchup, like example, scooping up the Regieleki out of play during the turn that Lost Mine is going to be active, so that you can potentially get around them taking that free prize card on your Regieleki. But other than that, that's why I'm playing only the 2 Regielekis and only 2 Regigigas. Now, of course, 1 Heavy Ball and 4 Rods. A lot of people cut 1 Rod and go down to 3. I'm so scared to do that. I can't tell you how many times I've had to throw away a Rod in the opening hand and needed all 3 to win the game. So I like having 4 Rods in my list. That's just me personally. There's a lot of 4s in this deck. Lots of max consistency. Consistency is the name of the game. Consistency is king. I've got 4 Quick Balls, 4 Nets. I've also got 4 Trekking Shoes. I've been liking the shoes in here just for that extra draw. The ability to see more cards in a turn is so good. Then I've got 4 Ultra Ball as well as 4 Path to the Peak. Now, some people are playing Pokestops. Guys, please don't do it. Don't do it. At least I don't care for Pokestops. I can't tell you how many times I hit Pokestop when I was messing with them in this deck, and I just discarded like 2 Regis and a supporter, and I'm like, that was the worst stadium I have ever utilized in my entire life. I always feel like I never hit the right cards or any good cards off the stadium, and I never feel like I hit energy. That's just me personally. If you guys like Pokestop, knock yourselves out. I mean, if you're drawing hot and you hit the nuts off Pokestop, then, you know, what I just said is irrelevant. But I also really like the Marnie Path. It can potentially just shut down some opponents. So Marnie Path is really good. As I'm sure have noticed, we're not playing any boss. I am playing 2 Serenas because when we gust, you're typically gusting a 2-prize Pokemon anyway, so having boss isn't as beneficial when Serena also is a draw supporter in this list. I prefer just sticking with the Serenas. I think it's a super good card in this deck as well for being able to discard specifically your energies, so you can hold cards in your hand like maybe Rod or Regi, so you don't have to throw them away off a research. I've considered upping my counts of Serena to 3, I really have, but I think 2 is a really solid spot, just a really good number considering we mainly want to research a lot of times. Then 3 Choice Belts and a whole bunch of energy, a lot of special energy so that Regigigas can accelerate it onto all of the different Regis that we have. 2 Gift for Aurora, 2 Captures for a little consistency. The 2 Speed Lightnings are so good on Mons like Regieleki, and the 2 Twin Energies, which are nice for retreating, as well as getting Regigigas powered up for a massive Gigaton break. So this is the list I am rocking with. Let's hop into some games with Regi. Now, before I forget, it is Christmas coming up here in a few days, so I am going to be busy hanging out with the family. I got my kids, all that good stuff. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of time to hang out with the family. If video uploads are a little sketchy over the next week or so. Don't worry, I will still be recording and posting videos. I just am going to take some time, like I said, over the holidays to hang out with the family. And I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful holiday season. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's see if we can get Regis to put in work. Now, one problem that I feel like this deck does have is there are often times where I draw into all my Regis and then have no energy in the discard pile, or at least not the right kind of energy in the discard pile. Or I, research, draw a whole bunch of cards, and then I draw into the wrong Regi, and then I can't attack. And I feel like sometimes it just really can be pretty detrimental. But we're playing against Lugia. Interestingly enough, we do have a turn 1 path to the Peak, which can really slow down our opponents here, which can be really good. We can thin down this hand as well. Yeah, no, we're looking pretty solid here. We do well into Lugia because we do hit it for weakness. We get another Regi off the top, which is phenomenal. That's what I'm talking about. Now, he does have a plethora of single prize attackers that he can utilize, but I think that we should be pretty solid here. I would consider this matchup semi-favorable. He does choose to use an Aurora. That's one less Aurora that he has to utilize on someone like the Charizard or the Yveltal or Raikou if he's playing that. Okay, so Regice comes down. We do have Capture as well, which is so good. That is definitely going to be our energy attached for turn. That will help us get extra Pokemon out and ready to go. I'm going to Capture, and we'll do a quick deck check, see what we have. We're looking pretty solid here. Now, unfortunately, he does have the Dunsparce down. So I can't one-hit KO him this turn, even if I get anything in the discard pile. So I think it might be most beneficial for me to go into someone like Regidrago here. I think that that's acceptable. Then we can always quick ball away this Aurora, because we're definitely not going to need that. And we can get down another one of our Regis. Alright, I mean, that's 4 Regis down. I can potentially Scoop Up Net and promote the... I kind of like this. It allows me to see a couple extra cards here. So I'm going to go here, and then we're going to Dragon's Horde and draw 2 extra cards. I'm really down and funky with this. Wow! That was a horrendous draw, too. Alright, regrets. Bad decisions were made. Oh, 1. Okay. I mean, we're close, but not quite it. Unfortunately. We can get the Regigigas, but we don't have... If we can get an Aurora off this Trekking Shoes... No way! Yo, what? Oh my gosh! Would I like to put this card in my hand? No, I would not. There's no way I just did that, right? I just hit the Aurora off those shoes? Yo! That was pretty gnarly, guys. We have the double Aurora and the Capture straight to the active on the Regidrago. We are not only swinging into this thing and setting it up for numbers on the next turn, but we also have Path to the Peak out, hopefully stopping him from using his Summoning Star to get his Archeops out. I'm still laughing. There's no way, dude. So he is probably going to capture out another Lugia, which he does. I mean, we're looking solid here. Now, unfortunately, I don't play Boss's Orders, so I can't really chase down this Dunsparce. But I still think we should be able to trade really favorably into this matchup. He has a Pumpkin. Really, he plays the Pumpkin Pit. That is super duper unfortunate. So he is going to get his Archeops into play this turn. That is okay. We can definitely find ways to get around this. So, Summoning Star, he gets both of his Archeops into play. And he's kind of rip-roaring and ready to go. Now, he is bench-locked. I mean, he will be able to bench something next turn once I take a KO on the active Lugia. But I think we just trade really favorably here. And keep in mind, in our opening hand, we did discard 1 Serena. So, We do have one Serena for potential gust options. If he benches a Crobat or a Lumineon, we can hit those both for weakness, Regieleki on Lumineon and Regirock on the Crobat. So if he does ever choose to bench those, we can take 2 free prizes there. So he is going to preemptively Primal Turbo. Words are hard. He's going to preemptively Primal Turbo to that. We just promote the Regieleki right here, right? I feel like there's nothing else I'd prefer to utilize here. We top deck and Aurora. Let's Speed Lightning, draw a couple more cards. Regigigas is okay. Weirdly enough, I actually think I'm just going to Ultra Ball, and I'm going to get rid of Energy and Shoes. I think it's okay to get rid of those so I can get my Regidrago back into play so I can utilize the ability. Now, I am also going to Marnie him here. The reason I'm choosing to Marnie here is because I want to save my Rod, and I want to find exactly that, Gift Energy. But I want to find it and find a way to discard it. Unfortunately, I did not do that, so we can grab another Registeel off the prizes here. Yeah, I really wanted to find old Gift Energy and a way to discard it so we could fill our hand up at the end of this turn. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to do that, but I think that this is still okay. Now, we can go Ancient Wisdom here and pop these 2 energies. Well, we could also just do the Capture. I think that's fine. Yeah, so we can potentially, yeah, because Capture can stay on it. We can use it to retreat, so we'll go here. Bop, bop. Now, the question is, where do I want to put this damage? Because I'm taking 2 prizes here. I think I set up numbers on these, the Dunsparce and the Pumpkaboo. Because he doesn't have... This is very interesting. I mean, he doesn't have a Manaphy down. And because of that, I might potentially, guys, be able to take 2 prizes next turn, despite not taking a prize on the active. So he gets the Incense. He has his other Lugia ready to go. It is practically powered up. We'll see if he chooses what he chooses to bench here. I mean, he does kind of need a backup attacker ready to go. He's got lots of great single prize options in this deck, as I mentioned earlier, from Yveltal to Raikou. But if he benches Manaphy, we could be in a... It just makes the game a little bit more difficult. Double Turbo. So he's trying to be very sparing with his energy because this is kind of a grindy matchup because we are playing single prizers. Nothing comes down. No Manaphy. This is so good for us. He can discard our Path to the Peak, but that is fine. Now, we don't have a Scoop Up Net or a way to retreat as of yet. So I think our best bet is still just to promote the Drago and see what we top deck. Double Gift Energy. Well, that's not very helpful now, is it? We can shuffle 2 Pokemon back into our deck. Let's shuffle both of those back into our deck right now. And then we're going to... I gotta be honest, I don't ever see him chasing down this Regice. I don't even think he has the opportunity to ever chase it down. So I'm gonna fail it. Then we're going to Ultra Ball, get rid of both of these Gift Energy. And then we're going to grab the Regieleki out of our deck now. So how many more Scoop Up Nets do we have? We still have 3 nets. We got lots of supporters. I mean, I could just preemptively attach my belt. Does it matter? I could attach my belt here, because that would help set up numbers for following turns. And then we Dragon's Horde, draw a few cards. I would love to see a draw supporter this turn as well. Marnie's great, and Scoop Up Net. We are in there, guys. Oh yeah, we're in business, people. Now, I'm actually not going to Marnie him because his hand obviously wasn't very fantastic. Now, we kind of have a pretty crazy turn here because we Ancient Wisdom, we have the double Aurora or an Aurora Speed Lightning. Yeah, let's spice it up with a Speed Lightning and Gift Energy. So that's both of those right onto the Regieleki, bop bop, and then we just Scoop Up Net our active Regidrago. Put that down, slap our Drago back down, and that's all she wrote. Let's go, Reggies. This deck slaps, man. Let's go. All right, let's try and get one last game in here with Reggies. This deck, I mean, I gotta be honest. I kind of went off last turn. I still can't, last game. I can't even get over the fact that I hit the Aurora off those shoes. Like, oh, sorry, YouTuber luck. I'll call it there. That was insane. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, we actually have, we're starting off with a couple Regis and 2 energy, especially Gift Energy. Oh my gosh, you love to see it. We are going second, so I mean, there's always the possibility that we get in a turn 1 attack. However unlikely, still possible. But we are playing against Lost Box. If we can get a turn 1 attack off, that would actually be super cracked, getting us ahead in the prize trade. Yeah, especially since we're trading 1 for 1 a lot of the time. He did throw away a Chorus, which is very concerning to me. We now know he has a Chorus in his hand, most likely. He gets rid of a boss's orders as well. My dude's hand must be absolutely cracked then. All right, Net. He's going for a second Comfey. He's getting as many cards as he can in the Lost Zone. Really nice thing about the Regi deck into this matchup specifically is the Cramorant only does 110. So Cramorant cannot one-shot our Regis. But we do have to be aware. He is playing Grass, so maybe this is a Giratina build. If it's a Giratina build, I'd be a-okay with that if he puts a multi-prize Pokemon into play. Well, that's another Gift Energy. I mean, not great, not awful. Let's see. We do need 1 Regi. I like to see what Regis we have prized, and we grab one that we have less of in the deck because we have lower odds to grabbing it now. We're going to grab the Regigigas. I suppose we could grab Drago and draw a few cards. You know what? I think that's probably more optimal. Let's grab Drago. We're going to bench it. And then I'm going to scoop up the active Regirock and promote the Regidrago so we can draw a few extra cards. I'm even inclined to actually just attach the Gift Energy. I kind of don't want to, though, because I like saving a Speed Lightning for a draw on a Regieleki. I'm trying to see as many cards as I can this turn, because if I get a turn 1 attack in, I will be in incredible shape. Yo, we are looking like we're in business almost. I don't like throwing it away, but I'm going to have to. Speed Lightning. See? Speed Lightning every time. I can't really scoop this one up, though. All right, we're going to discard all 3 cards from our hand, and we're going to go in with another... We're going to see, what, extra 5 cards this turn? Wrong Regi. Oh, close. Damn, that is actually so close. That is a little unfortunate. But what we can do here is we can get rid of the Regice. We can grab ourselves... Well, let's grab the Registeel since we have fewer outs to getting the Registeel in the deck. And then I'm just going to preemptively rod these 2 Mons back into the deck. I mean, I have Gift Energy if he does knock me out. I also have a Professor's Research, so I can go in for a fresh 7 this next turn. So I am definitely going to be looking, though, to get we're going to want to attack with the Regieleki. Regieleki is just a lot better in this matchup. He puts down a Regigigas, Giratina. Those were not any of the right words, guys. None of those were the correct words. He puts down a Giratina. I am playing the Regi deck. It's going to be pretty optimal if I can attack with the Regieleki, because the Regieleki can spread and potentially set up numbers on multiple KOs on other turns. So he's got a lot in the Lost Zone already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And that puts 7 now. Whew, he is really building up to a big fat Giratina here. Mirage Gate's ready to go. I mean, whew, and a switch. Yeah, he's just going to shred me. This is a pretty optimal turn for him, I'm not going to lie. At the same time, he just activated Gift Energy, so not going to complain too much. I mean, yeah, we can promote the Gigas here, and then, yeah, we're just going to attack with a Leki, and we even top deck a Speed Lightning like a god. I'm insane at this game. That's really all there is to it. I do need to get a Regidrago out of the deck. I don't know what I have prized. I know I've got not the right Pokemon. Especially if I'm going to research. This is... Yeah, I don't like getting rid of all my Scoop Up Nets either. Well, I think we have to go on and get our attack this turn. We'll grab the Regieleki. Regieleki is definitely going to be optimal, as I said, because we can Speed Lightning here. Draw a few extra cards. Okay, well, we draw into another Regi. That is not what I like to see. Although, I did get Marnie. So... We're gonna go here. I'm gonna get rid of this, and do I get rid of the research? I think I get rid of research. So we're gonna get rid of those 2 cards, and I'm gonna grab out the last Regidrago that I need. I'm gonna bench that bad boy, and now Ancient Wisdom is online. And then, I guess I could have used the Heavy Ball. I probably should have used the Heavy Ball. We'll see, we'll see. We're gonna Ancient Wisdom, we're gonna get Gift and the other Speed Lightning onto this bad boy. Bop, bop. And then I'm going to Scoop Up Net, promote the Regieleki again. I will rebench you. Now the question is, do I want to Marnie? I think yes. I don't like my Serena going to the bottom of the deck though, because that's my last gusting option in case he decides to try and run away this turn. I do have Choice Belt. Won't help me very much in this scenario. I could put down Path to the Peak just in case he plays Luminion. So we're going to do that. We'll Path him, and then I could use Ancient Wisdom again, but every single time I use Ancient Wisdom, I've done this before where I've used Ancient Wisdom, and then I've gotten stuck. So, or they've gusted something out, and it's gotten trapped. So I've learned my lesson. I think we attack the Sableye, although he can probably just swing with the Sableye next turn, right? That's 5-7, so he needs 3 more cards in the Lost Zone. Odds are he's most likely going to get an attack off this next turn. How many Scoop Up Nets is he down? 1. Wow, that's it? Yikes. Well, let's see how much damage my Marnie did. I think I want to put him... Do I just put it on both the Comfeys? I guess I could try and put it on Sableye. Let's put it on Sableye and see what happens. Because one of those Comfeys is most likely getting scooped up, and it is most likely not going to be the one with the air balloon on it, because that would be very wasteful. Radiant Gren comes down. Is he gonna... I'm very interested. He could definitely go in with the Moonlight Shuriken on Greninja, but it doesn't really net KOs. So Path to the Peak is down, so I'm glad I put that down. He does decide to net that Comfey, and he puts down Path to the Peak. Heartbreak, my poor friend here, and Gift Energy is going to come in clutch yet again, drawing us so many cards. Let's freaking go, dude. Okay. I think I promote the Drago here. I think that's acceptable. Although I am down the what's the best attacker in this situation? I feel like it's Regi. Now, an interesting thing is I need a way to get this thing out of the active this turn. But I'm down so many Scoop Up Nets. I'm down all 4. I actually have to swing with whatever I promote. Well, I don't like the sound of that. Although, keep in mind, guys, there's 2 free prizes in Prey. I prayed that there are 2 free prizes. Man, dude, I am struggling with words today, bro. I am 100% on the struggle bus. But we've got a Rod. Now, we know we're most likely not getting Marnied, which is phenomenal. We can Marnie. I can attach Capture preemptively to someone like Gigas, because Gigas is definitely going to attack at some point during this game. We're going to capture out the Regieleki. I could research now to try and put myself closer to that Serena. I could belt. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's throw it on the shoes, see what we hit. We get another Path to the Peak. I don't think we necessarily need that. Our Path to the Peak has done its job. Shoes into shoes every time, bro, I swear. Aurora, we want that in the discard pile. That's amazing. And another Path to the Peak. Okay. Well, we have Gift Energy plus double Aurora in the discard pile. I'm really inclined to research here, man. I'm getting rid of another Rod, though. That's what's so sketchy to me. Getting rid of a whole nother Rod. Because I'm down 2 Rods already. This would be my 3rd Rod, which means I'd only have 1 more Rod. I'm taking 2 prizes here. I feel like I want to save it, unfortunately. I know I want to dig and put myself closer to Serena, but I don't think that Pokemon is going anywhere. Although he could technically Aqua return it back into the deck. But I think that this is the path that I'm willing to take here. Yeah, we can put the Gift, double Aurora, absolutely bananas here. Bop, bop, bop. And then, yeah, Gift Energy isn't going to do too much here because we're taking 2 prize cards. Do I research? Gosh, I can't convince myself to research here. I prefer to save it, even if it's just this one Regidrago. I prefer to save it for the one Drago. So, Choice Belt, we get a Registeel. I mean, A-okay. One thing I can do is Aurora Energy, get rid of the Registeel, and then Rod that plus the Drago back in next turn, so I get a fairly optimal usage out of my Ordinary Rod. yeah, I think we're doing pretty solid. The fact that this thing, though, can give us 2 free prizes, especially with Regieleki. Regieleki can absolutely go in. He doesn't net this thing. So he's kind of setting me up for a KO here, which is nice. Although he could just attack with it this next turn. Because that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He doesn't have it quite yet. Yo, he just Huatui. He spits at me. Rude. I mean, this is so good for us. The fact that he's, although he is kind of setting himself up with numbers with Sableye. Although, why don't I just take 2 prizes this turn with this Regieleki? Because he does, because Lost Mine does 120 perfect math. I'm really inclined to take 2 extra prizes this turn. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to do that. I think that this is probably the most ideal play. I can Aurora, it doesn't matter where the energy goes, right? I can just attach it preemptively. I like holding the capture though. We can get rid of, because the capture can 100% get us a Regi out of our deck after we've utilized Rod. So, and then just like that, we can go Speed Lightning Gift. Bop, bop. Oh, that's so nice, dude. Yeah, I mean, I can also just throw this down because it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, this will never matter at any point. I don't think so. And then we can just Terra Spark, take a knockout. We can go here, and I guess if we put here 150, Regigigas can also take it out at some point. Because I don't think math is going to change ever on the Comfey, because he's most likely just going to scoop up the Comfey again. He is down 3 nets. Let's put it on the Comfey. I like the idea of setting up numbers for the Comfey. Let's do that. Bop, bop. We're taking 2 prizes this turn. This is what, like, Lost Box is good, but Regigigas, the Regi-deck, has the tools to combat it, especially since it's a single price deck itself, and it is just out of range of being KO'd. Like, even Regieleki 120, he's just out of range of getting KO'd by Cramorant. So, I mean, this deck is just really, really solid. At last turn, I think it would have been a good turn to research, but yeah, we're so far ahead at this point, I don't think my opponent can keep up. I mean, we were able to take on some serious meta threats in today's video. I would consider Lugia, Mew, and Lost Box like the big 3 of the format right now, and we were able to take down both of those quite handily, might I add you. I know my opponent did misplay by benching Lumineon, but at the same point, our prize map did not really lead us to taking down the Lumineon. We could have gone the single prize route and just taken the Sableye and Cramorants at that point. The Regieleki being able to snipe damage, ooh, chef's kiss. So powerful in this deck for sure. I would definitely encourage you guys to play this, especially if you guys are trying to explore like a really budget-friendly deck that actually has a really high power level. I definitely think that this is one of them for sure. But if you guys liked the video today, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.